Hello, welcome to the Kitchen Spy. My name is Kate and this is another Meals of the Week video. It takes us from the 4th through till the 10th of April. There's also a little bit of an update about the greenhouse renovation project, and also a little shot of some of our garden border that we're also trying to get on top of. Yeah, we kind of neglected our garden big style, so we're taking the opportunity during this lockdown to make sure that we get on top of things, and I'm documenting that. So if you're interested, that's on the end, but if you choose to leave at the end of Meals of the Week, just thanks for watching those. Anyway, if you're already a subscriber, thanks so very much for your support, and if you're not and you might like to consider becoming a subscriber, then click the button and the notification button, and that way you'll hear when I post another video. Okay, so we'll move on to the meals of the week. So starting with the 4th of April, which was Saturday, I've got a homemade beef burger here, which is basically just 5% fat beef with ground onions, herbs. There's a little bit of mustard in there as well, and then I've served that with a salad and some oven baked chips, my version of that. They've all got a mustardy coating on. There is a video on how I do that along with the turkey burgers recipe, so if you want to look for that, if you just look in my videos. And then I've also got some dry fried onions, and altogether that came to 504 calories, and it was really delicious. I haven't done beef burgers for absolutely ages, but I'm going to do them again soon because it was great. Then on the Sunday, we just had a freezer stash dinner of beef casserole, and there is a recipe for that as well if you look on the videos. I did that with some leeks and cabbage and some mashed potato, and that came to 640 calories. It was really delicious and it felt very comforting as well. It's really good having stuff in the freezer you can just fall back on and know that you're still going to get a really good meal. Then on to the Monday, I was beginning to run out of options by now, so I'd got some mashed potato left over from the day before on the Sunday, so I tried making these potato cakes, which was basically mashed potato, some gluten-free flour and an egg, and I just made those into cakes and dry fried them off, and then I served them with a Moroccan flavoured lentil stew, which I did using tinned lentils and some ras el hanout seasoning, and a few other things, garlic and chili, and served that with some shop bought falafels. These are the ones from Aldi, really nice. Then it was late when we ate on Tuesday, so I just, again, another freezer meal. So I'm sorry if you're bored with all the freezer stuff, but this is the real life. So these were Linda McCartney vegetarian sausages with a jacket potato and baked beans, and there's a little bit of low-fat spread in there as well. So the jacket potatoes are the McCain jacket potatoes that Cheryl from What's for Tea recommended to us all really quite a while ago, and they are really good, so if you get a chance, get those. And that was 663 calories. And then on the 8th, this is when my shopping delivery came in the evening, so again we had something from the freezer. Now this was labelled as chicken soup stew. I don't know why on earth I called it that, but that's what it was. It was a kind of soupy chicken stew, and that was 284 calories, again really quick and easy. Then on the Thursday night, so this was kind of like Friday night really, because obviously we had the bank holiday on the Friday. We had the night down by the fire pit. I couldn't think what to call it then, and so I did a kind of fire pit kind of meal, which was just a couple of sausages, a couple of eggs, And those are actually a tin of potatoes which I just seasoned and I fried in the air fryer. That came to 637 calories, and it was so bad really in terms of calories because of those sausages. They were from Asda, and I did show them on my haul, and they were really nice, but because I'm so used to eating low fat, I found it really difficult to eat those. Actually, they felt a little bit greasy, but it was interesting, and it was lovely being by the fire pit as well. This is a new purchase for us. We bought since this all started because we're going to be spending a lot of time at home really, and we wanted to make sure that we had some relaxing time. So yeah, that was the Thursday. And then on the Friday, after the food delivery, obviously we'd got some extra fresh stuff. So I'd got some salad, which was made me feel a bit giddy really having salad to do something with. So we had a nice big salad with this cod loin, which was wrapped in Parma ham, and I served that with some new potatoes that had been crushed. Normally I would leave the skin on those, but these were from the cupboard, not my new shop. So the skins were a bit ropey, so I just took them off, and that was 518 calories. So that's the end of Meals of the Week, and if you're leaving at this point, thanks so much for watching, and if you're staying, just a little bit of an update on the greenhouse. So you've seen this before, so I won't bore you with it, but this is what the greenhouse looked like before, completely overrun with weeds and everything, and even a tree growing through the roof. And now I'll just give you an update on where we are with it. Okay, so this is where we are now. We've got the bench out of the greenhouse, as you can see there, and there's my husband in the background tipping away some of the water that we've used to wash the greenhouse with. So getting the bench out was quite a feat in itself, but we wanted to get it out and clean it and make sure we knew whether it was going to be sturdy enough, and it is. It's really very sturdy and it's nice and clean now, so we've got rid of all the things that could harbour spiders and relative other creatures. So we wanted to get it out because we needed to clean the windows on the right hand side at the bottom, and they were really bad and we couldn't actually get to them. So this is the first wave of cleaning where we've just done soapy water. Yeah, you can see me in the background there, my reflection with another silly hat. It was a really sunny day, so I was wearing my big old sun hat there, and I seem to be constantly in a different stripy top. I promise they are different. I don't just wear the same stripy top all the time. Anyway, so yeah, you can see that we've cleaned the windows where the windows are, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bleach the windows. We are waiting for the perspex to arrive to repair the broken windows. I've got all the other bits and pieces from a greenhouse repair company. I'm just waiting for the perspex now. So yeah, this is the bench, and as you can see it's in fairly good condition, so we'll put that back in once we have sorted the floor out. It was our intention actually to replace the floor with some plastic membrane, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that actually. So we've got some slabs around the garden, so what we're going to do with those is just put those up the middle of the greenhouse, put the bench to the right hand side, and then leave the left hand side so that we can just put pots in it and just cover it up so the weeds don't come through. So the other thing we did obviously last time was we emptied the greenhouse tubs here which were collecting water, and you can see we've already had some rain, so there is water and it looks clean. Even though the sides are a bit stained, it looks clean, so we're really positive about that. That's a little bit broken, so we're going to have to try and mackle something together to mend that, and we're going to have to raise this one up so that the water actually does flow into the second barrel when it gets to that level. So yeah, that's where we are with the greenhouse. So we've made some really good progress, and we've also been looking at our I suppose you'd call them herbaceous borders, but there's lots of gaps in there where we've done the weeding. And there's this lovely purple flower. I don't know whether anybody knows what that is, but it really spreads around. So if anything, we have to chop it off. And actually, it tends to flower nearly all year round, even one or two flowers. So yeah, this is the border that we're working on at the moment, and we have got some perennial plants in there, but we're looking for some others. And then, interestingly, in this border behind this rock, which is a bit apt for Easter, I think, is like a little cave thing. And we have tried to understand what this is since we've lived here and never understood it. But I recently read a book about something called bee bowls, which is bee as in the insect or fly insect, and then bowls as in BOLES. And this is where people used to put like a skein of straw or something into the hole, and you can see there it's got a recess. Sorry for the mad camera work. I was trying to get into it without actually touching it very much, and then they would put straw skeins in there, and then bees would use it as a hive, really. So I've written to the Bee Bowl Association, there is such thing, with some photographs to see if it actually is one of those. So yeah, that's where we are in terms of the garden. I hope I'm not boring you all with all of this, by the way. There's just some primulas which are in the grass and everywhere, so we're trying not to crush those. Anyway, I've waffled on. I'm sorry about that, but I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up. And as I said earlier, if you are a subscriber, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so very much for that. And if you're not a subscriber and you feel like you want to check in for Meals of the Week, the greenhouse lockdown, renovation and recipes, and of course food hauls, then please give the channel a subscribe. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're safe. Keep safe, follow all the rules, and we'll get out of this all as soon as we can. Anyway, thanks again. Take care. Bye bye.